Hey, what's going on guys? Fitz here, and today we'll take a quick look at the new game called The Valiant. In this video, we'll take a look at the game settings, the campaign, how it plays, and all that good stuff. If that's what you're looking for, then let's get into it. So what is the game about? The Valiant is a real-time strategy game with some RPG elements. It's set in the 13th century Europe and the Middle East. This game reminds me of Ancestor's Legacy and a little bit of Company of Heroes. There's not a lot of base building here. You just build some watchtowers, palisades, and some siege engines. That's about it. This game is focused on managing several war bands or group of units and heroes. Now let's check some in-game settings and options. This is the main menu. It's very plain and simple. You have your customizable profile on the lower left, then the 3 game modes in the middle. There are only 3 game modes right now: the campaign, which has 16 missions, and the competitive mode, which is the PvP, and the last man standing, which is the co-op mode. For now, let's open the settings menu. Select your portrait, and then the frames, nameplates, color palette, heraldry. Now I haven't unlocked any of this because it's for the quick or ranked match in competitive mode or co-op mode as well. And then for the settings, you have some gameplay options, the standard controls which you can customize to your liking, and then video settings. So I'll just scroll down. It has some very basic settings that you can change. At least you can see what are the settings you can change depending on your rig. And then you have some audio settings, and then language, and then if you're playing with a controller, then you can also see it here. Let's have a look at the campaign and how to play this game. I have completed the campaign in about 15 hours or so. There's a total of 16 missions. The first couple of missions were really not that great. They were kind of like a chore, but I kept playing and the missions started to get better. So you basically manage some heroes and mercenaries, which are non-hero units. You load into the map and usually have a handful of units. You capture some camps and they become your reinforcement camps. You can then hire more mercenaries, and you unlock different mercenaries as you progress the campaign. Mercenaries may include archers, crossbowmen, swordsmen, shield bearers, and more. There are missions where you can build stuff like watchtowers and siege engines like I mentioned earlier. Throughout the map, you can find items like weapons, armor, and trinkets, which your heroes can use. You can also find some consumable items like throwing axes and Greek fire, which is some kind of Molotov grenade, and are usable by both your heroes and mercenaries. You can find these items from chests or by defeating some enemies. So you go around the map, you complete objectives like defeat enemy units or capture or destroy camps. That's basically the gameplay loop. The thing that excites me are the items that you get from missions. So basically you can equip them after the current mission, and you can use those items on future missions. Your hero units also level up and they gain or enhance their skills. So when you level up, you gain skill points, and then you use those skill points to learn new skills or enhance current ones. Some of the missions are really fun and some are very challenging, especially the last mission. I think the last mission was unfair and it was poorly designed. Although I completed it on my second attempt on normal difficulty, I feel that they could have balanced it better. Now let's talk about the performance. First, we need to keep in mind that this is an RTS game. So you usually play this game zoomed out with a tap-down camera. When the camera zooms in on the characters or units, like during cinematics, they don't look good. But again, this is an RTS game, so when you're playing and you look at the environment and the effects, the game looks good. The game runs perfectly fine on max settings on the rig that I played it on that has an RTX 2080. In my 15 hours or so playthrough, I never had any crashes, which is great. There were a couple of really minor bugs I encountered, like some units getting stuck or the camera moving erratically right after a cinematic. Other than that, the game ran really well. I enjoyed several missions, and as I've said earlier, what got me excited were the new weapons and armors that I found, and also the abilities I unlock when my heroes level up. The campaign length is a bit short for the game's price, but you can play the competitive mode or co-op mode if you're into that, which would definitely increase your playing time. Overall, the game is okay but a bit short. I recommend this game when it's on sale or if you're really into this kind of game. An RTS game with very minimal base building, and it has some RPG elements, and it's more focused on units and skills management. That's the end of my quick look on the Valiant. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Blessed be the faithful.
Right.
Fighting in the name of